Good afternoon. Welcome to the Ogtv News at midday. Doinsola Ogunpadewa is my name. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, has described the country's democratic system as a source of stability in West Africa, positioning it as a model for the region amid rising political upheavals. In a statement issued by spokesperson Al-Kazim Abdul to mark Democracy Day, Tuga said Nigeria continues to uphold democratic principles through regular elections, peaceful transitions of power, and adherence to constitutional order, despite widespread democratic setbacks across the sub-region. He noted that the country's commitment to electoral accountability, civic participation, and the rule of law has helped preserve internal stability and projected Nigeria as a reliable democratic partner. Governor Basi Otu of Cross River State has reaffirmed his unwavering commitment to upholding the tenets of democracy and providing tangible benefits to the people of the state. In a statement on Thursday in Calabar in commemoration of Nigeria's Democracy Day, Otu felicitated President Bola Tinubu, Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, and Senate President Senator Godswill Obert Okpabio on this significant occasion, calling on leaders to renew their dedication to democratic values. Otu said Democracy Day provides an opportunity to reflect on our nation's democratic journey and renew our dedication to its core principles. As Governor of Rivers State, he said he is committed to ensuring that the state not only uphold these principles but also reaps the rewards that a thriving democracy can provide for its citizens. He further explained that democracy is more than just elections, adding that it is a system of government that guarantees fundamental human rights, equality, and the rule of law, highlighting the importance of citizens' participation, accountability, and inclusive governance. Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo has reaffirmed his government's commitment to the democratic ideals of inclusion, justice, and accountability. He also pledged to continue leading people-centered administration that delivers concrete results in infrastructure, agriculture, healthcare, and security. In a stirring message to commemorate the Democracy Day on Thursday, Ododo described June 12 as a defining moment in Nigeria's journey towards democratic governance, calling it a solemn reminder that democracy is not gifted, it is earned. He acknowledged the sacrifices of pro-democracy champions, singling out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, as one of the foremost figures whose relentless struggle helped birth the democratic freedoms Nigerians now enjoy. Some 32 years ago, exactly June 12, 1993, Chief Mashood Abiola contested on the platform of the Social Democratic Party. He won, but was denied victory. His struggle and that of Nigerians to revalidate victory, the declaration of June 12 as Democracy Day in Nigeria. Fowora Adesowo gives you a flashback on Abiola's travail and the struggle for a democratic Nigeria in this report.
All progressive people of Nigeria, I will banish poverty and pave the way for a brighter future.
Chief Moshood Abiola's humble background was to a large extent responsible for his success story, either as a student, an accountant, a businessman, a sportsman, a politician, a statesman, a philosopher, or a musician. Free mixer and philanthropist, Chief MKO Abiola crisscrossed the entire country, Nigeria, day and night, canvassing for votes and support of all Nigerians in his bid to become the president of Nigeria in 1993. Just convention of the defunct Social Democratic Party was a major hurdle he had to cross after backslapping and ostracing meetings and agreements. MK Abiola emerged the presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party. Abiola's staunch opponent in the defunct Social Democratic Party presidential primaries, Alhaji Babagana Kingibe, was named as a vice presidential candidate of the SDP, hereby making Abiola's ticket a Muslim ticket.
Nigeria on the march again. Looking for Mr. President. On the march again. MKO is our man.
On the day of the election, Saturday, June 12, 1993, there was no violence, no riot, no single drop of rains, and Nigerians came out en masse to vote for the candidate of their choice. The results of the open election were trickling in, and Abiola Kingibe had won across ethnic divides of Nigeria, including Kano State, which was the home state of Alhaji Bashir Tofa, the presidential candidate of the National Republican Convention, and Enugu State, which was the home state of Dr. Sylvester Ugo, his running mate. Surprisingly, a faceless organization, the Association for Better Nigerians, ABN, went to court, sought and got an injunction refraining further announcement of the election results. Nigerians took to the street, calling for the announcement of the entire results and declaration of Basharu MKO Abiola, who was believed to have won the election, as a winner. The protests against the election grounded economic activities in virtually every part of the country, and the military president of Nigeria, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, stepped aside, paving way for an industrialist, Chief Ernest Shonekan, to head the interim national government. With the emergence of Chief Shonekan as the interim head of state, social crusaders, human rights activists, trade unions like NUT, NUJ, ASU, NUPINC, and NLC, with the support of the National Democratic Coalition, NADECO, vowed to stop the anomaly and ensure Chief MKO Abiola's mandate was revalidated. The struggle for the revalidation of the freely given mandate of Chief MKO Abiola took him abroad, and when he came back, he led his supporters to Ekpetedo area of Lagos State, where he declared himself the president of Nigeria.
I say categorically that this decision is unfair, unjust, and consequently unacceptable.
A price was placed on his head as he was declared wanted by the police for crime against the state.
I'm speaking from my car. I'm being taken to detention. I'm speaking from my car. I'm being taken to detention.
Adefowora Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
The government of Ogun State is intensifying commitments to the training and retraining of its workforce, regardless of their cadre, for officially and productivity. The Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Ganiyu Hamzat, said his ministry was linked to the competence, motivation, and job satisfaction of staff. Fowora Adesanwo reports.
Trainings are now frequent, wider, and intensive, while workers in Ogun State are more informed and result-oriented. 47 executive and clerical officers in the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs were assembled for a one-day training to enhance service delivery at Obas Complex, Okemoso, Abeokuta.
This training reflects our dedication in keeping our workforce with the skills and knowledge needed to meet the growing demands of the public service.
The Ogun State Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs had not too long ago sent a good number of its staff to the Administrative Staff College of Nigeria, ASCON, Tokpo, Badagry, Lagos State, for training on relevant courses to enhance their performance in their respective schedules. Here, staff are taught, among others, office etiquette, ethics, of the civil service, how to ensure impartiality, accountability, transparency as a way of achieving good and better service delivery.
So ethics will guide you in your behavior and decision making in the public service.
Participants say they are better informed.
The training has been able to improve our perception about how we handle documents and the way a civil servant is expected to behave, both within the complex, because we are seen as a reflection of government.
What I learned today is to have good character among our colleagues, to have good behaviors. Even whatever we want to do, we must do it equally.
They are sure that they will put all that they have learned to use with immediate effect. Adefowora Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
Officials of Ogun State Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones program have been charged to be precise, accurate and efficient in their data gathering and reporting to aid policymakers in taking right and appropriate decisions. Permanent Secretary, Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Kehinde Jogotoye, gave this charge in an address at a 3-day training on report writing, data analysis using Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint presentation for officers of the zone held at Academy Suites, Abeokuta. Matthew Showumi completes the report.
Realizing the importance of effective data gathering and presentation to the success of the Ogun State Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones program, this 3-day training on report writing, data analysis using Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint presentations has been put together for the staff and the assistants of the project. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Kehinde Jogotoye, encouraged the participants to make good use of the opportunity in sharpening their skills to be better and more effective in the management of data.
From time to time, especially concerning our work with our farmers, we'll need to do a lot of data gathering, and then there will be need for us to analyze this data. There will be need for us to write reports on the different activities that are carried out, and there is need for us to have proficiency in all these areas so that we'll do a good job of analyzing the data.
The training facilitators, Samuel Adeogun, delivered 2 papers on introduction to report writing as well as reporting principles and standards, while Dr. Mistura Alaron delivered a paper on conducting research and gathering data.
Presentation for today was to talk about the importance of report writing and the basic principles that should be adopted when you write reports. Report is supposed to be a documentation of events, of activities of an organization, and what we have tried to do is to ensure that the capacity of the SPIU of SAPZ in Ogun State is built.
The data is very key to the research that we are conducting. If you don't have the correct data, the effort might be a futile one. You're not going to have the results of whatever you're actually pushing. So, and following that, we're going to see how we use another ITIL software or tool to analyze the data.
There were practical as well as questions and answer sessions. Matthew Showumi